Hello everybody, welcome into the live stream. I hope you're all doing well. This evening, on I guess you could call it Halloween Eve, we are playing the Roblox Twisted Halloween update. Right now I'm in the default starter trucks Halloween skin. I got it from a chest in the Helma Uranium Mines. That's where we're headed right now to have some fun with the update. I need to focus on my driving. The truck is quite wobbly. But once again, I'm not sure the stream caught it because it was just starting up. But we are playing Roblox Twisted for the Halloween update. So that's what we're up to this evening. I hope you're all doing well. So here's the Helma Uranium Mine. I'm going to try to find a way to make my keyboard quieter because I can already tell that's going to be really annoying. But right now, we're approaching the Helma Uranium Mine. It's funny how it automatically zooms in your screen. But we're going to go in. So basically what you have to do is you have to avoid the spiders and try to get chests, and you can get candies and other things like that. So I'll show you all. If you see a green glow, that's a spider, and basically the second you get there, it kills you. So you find the chests in these little rooms on the side, and you can also get money from them. Like I got $5,000 earlier, and then I got some candy. It's hidden by the live sub count right now. I'll turn that off for a second. You can see I have 145 candies. So I'll check in on the live chat real quick. So we've got Blue Sun in here, Mr. Storm. Welcome in everyone. Hope you're all doing well. For those of you who are not subscribed to the channel yet for some reason, we are 3 subscribers away from 1,700. So please consider subscribing to the channel. It is completely free and it helps out a lot. I'm currently at $649,000 in Twisted. I've been saving up forever. I've made probably 20,000 from this update alone. And there's the spider. So pretty much anytime you have a collision with them, you die. And you can go trick-or-treating. It's not very profitable. But here's some of the cool vehicle skins. You can see we've got the TV2 skin right here for Halloween. So it's really just an all blacked out and dirty skin. This is for the default truck right here. This is the one I have. I have the TV2 skin, which is also right over there. Somebody has it spawned in. And then I also have this truck one. There's a Dominator 3 skin, but people have gotten Dow 6 skins, so let me show you the Dow 6 skin. It's pretty cool. In some very rare cases, some people have managed to even get actual vehicles. So what happens is when you get a skin from a chest, it'll give you, like, the skin. So earlier I got the TV2 skin from a chest. If I did not have the TV2 already, I would have gotten a free TV2. Somebody got a free Dow 6 earlier, so that's pretty cool. But we've got 5 people watching, so if you're just tuning in, please be sure to like the stream. It is greatly appreciated, helps out a lot. So let's see those likes go up. But yeah, so we're gonna go back in. It's nice that you spawn right outside every time you die. I need to lock in here, guys. So some of the prizes I've gotten from chests are $5,000. I got 1,500 from one, 80 candy, 20 candy, and then a couple skins. We're trying to get an actual vehicle. It would be epic if we got Dow 6, but of course that is really rare, very, very rare for you to get an actual vehicle. One thing that's really cool, hopefully I will be able to get there, is the Jacko. This is 3,500 candies, and I only have 100. This is the pumpkin, so that's pretty funny. It's kind of just for the giggles. So yeah, the mine is pretty confusing. You can also look for chests inside of the corn maze near 10 strike. I haven't tried that. I heard it's really hard because there's a Grim Reaper in there. But we will not be live tomorrow, so I hope you all have a great Halloween tomorrow. And here's a chest, so let's see what we get. I got 20 candy from opening the chest. You could see that down there in the bottom right. So now we're probably going to have to wait 2 or 3 minutes before it lets me open another chest. That's the average reward, I would say. But once again, a very cool update. So shout out to the Twisted devs for that. Where am I at in game? I am in Helma. You see this area just north of Helma where all the people are? It's that, the uranium mine. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate all of you for being here. Let's see if there's any way for me to make my keyboard quieter. Okay, that might be a bit better. That's the entrance. It gets really confusing once you've been in here for a bit. There's a lot of loops and stuff. So there's the spider, and there's pretty much no way to dodge them unless you walk on the wall and you get very lucky and it misses you. But that's only happened to me a couple times. So we're kind of cornered here. We have some on both sides. Well, let's go. We are at 1,698 subscribers. Thank you to whoever just subscribed. That means we are now 2 subscribers away from our goal, and we're about to die. We're in a corner. Yep. We are at 1,699 subscribers. 1 away from our sub goal. Thank you to whoever just subscribed. I appreciate you. We do severe weather coverage on this channel. We rarely do forecasts. We'll do live radar update shorts, things of that nature. Boom! There we go. 1,700 subscribers the night before Halloween. Thank you all so much. That is amazing to see. Maybe you need to go and do a stream like this? Yeah, I would recommend that, Justin. Twisted is very fun. But I do want to thank you all once again for 1,700 subscribers. That is crazy. Hopefully we can maintain it. Sorry about the cat in the background. She's a little bit crazy. You remember when I hit 400? Yeah, that was last year in March. So we are now at 1,700 subscribers. We have gained over 500 subscribers this year. Just want to thank you all for all of that support. Okay, I need to lock in. We keep dying. Justin, do you play Roblox? Because if you do want to join, that would be awesome. I can't imagine I'll be live too long here tonight, guys. I do have a busy day tomorrow, but we'll be here for a while. So once again, thank you all so much to every single one of you, all 1,700 of you, and even those of you who don't watch anymore. Okay, I don't know what just happened. We gotta lock in. Unfortunately, the update's only going to be in game for 3 more days. But we'll make the most of it while it lasts. It gets so bright at this entrance because everybody shines their headlights in. Nope. Not happening. Oh my gosh, there's a spider here too. So basically the only place where you can find those chests in here is in those little side places in the wall, not at the turns, the corridors of the hallway. And we're cornered in. They're on both sides, so we're dead. Once again, thank you for tuning in. We had Mr. Storm, Blue Sun, Justin R. Wind Dancer Media, and now South Central Alaska WX is in here. So welcome in. I hope you're all doing well. Once again, thank you, every single one of you, so much for 1,700 subscribers. Might not sound super excited about it right now, but I really am because that's a huge milestone. We are 300 away from 2,000. So I appreciate every single one of you because that is a big milestone. So thank you, everyone. So we're cornered again. I swear this gets harder. It's like the maze advances over time. For those of you who would like to go above and beyond to support the channel, there is a PayPal in the pinned message. That is 100% optional. That just helps for costs of things like Radar Scope, Radar Omega, and hopefully some other tools that I will purchase for us to use here on the channel in the future. And it will also help for paying my fees for going to the National Storm Chaser Summit. Let's go down this hallway. I think this is the one where if you keep going, it eventually loops around. This is like the intersection of hallways. So pretty soon here, we should have one of those rooms where it goes into the side. I think it's right down here. Yeah, see where the spider just went? Those are the rooms where the chests are. So, I'm being chased after. There are hiding spots in the sides every now and then. Yeah, those same hiding spots are also, that's where the chests are. Yeah, I'm dead. So, that's where you find the chests in every probably 5 or so minutes. The chests rotate rooms. And you can only open a chest every 5 minutes. If you open them within too short of a time period, it'll tell you. Let's try this keyboard. Hopefully this isn't as heavy on the microphone. See, that time I made it past the spider and then it caught up to me. You had a 5.4 magnitude earthquake today. Wow. Which part of Alaska are you in? South Central Alaska, WX? I'm assuming Southern Alaska, but what city are you near? I really need to find a solution for our issue with the keyboard being too loud on the microphone, because my external microphone has this weird feedback noise that's really annoying, and when I use the internal one, the keyboard is too loud. And I can Bluetooth my phone to the computer for a microphone, but it cuts out because it's over the air, so it's not the most efficient. South Central near Anchorage, but southwest of it 3 hours away. Oh, nice. So about how far were you from the epicenter of the earthquake? I'm assuming you could feel a pretty good shake. Dude, this spider is just camping this room. Hey, it's a dead end. Okay, hopefully that guy goes down that hallway and it... Yes! Okay, I can't get too close because if I'm closer than the guy that it's following, it's gonna come for me, like it just did. You're joking. Where did that come from? I do need a spider killer, Justin, because these things are all over me. Okay, I'm gonna try something with the microphone. It might not go well. Alright, sorry about that, guys. It looks like the microphone did not do the thing I was hoping it would. It did not work. But I have one other solution that may work. So, we're gonna try that. Bear with me just a moment. Alright, Testing, testing. Is this any better? Can you guys hear the keyboard quite as much? Okay, the keyboard seems to be more subtle now. So, that is good. So we'll stick with this. If anybody wants me to switch back to how it was, let me know, and I'll know what you're talking about, because I switched microphones. But I'm clicking the keys right now, and you guys shouldn't be able to hear the keyboard anymore, really. Alright, you can hear me? Sounds good. Thank you for letting me know. Once again, for those of you just tuning in, thank you all so much for 1,700 subscribers. Looks like we're maintaining it. So thank you all for sticking around. If you would like to go above and beyond to support the channel, there is a PayPal in the pin message in chat, but that's completely optional. We don't ask for that too often. That just helps with costs of some of the softwares we use, and just for people who want to be extra generous. But even just watching, I appreciate every single one of you that is here, because that helps out a lot and it means a lot. So there's a spider up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into this hallway, and I'm going to turn left, because there's a chest that I've been wanting to get over here. Not that room, but if we go into this hallway, then it's going to be up on the right. Okay, well, the spider just went in there, so everybody in there probably just died. Okay, now the spider's stuck. So, hopefully dude. See, that's weird. I wasn't even really touching its whatever it bites you with. But we are not looking at too much in terms of severe weather or any of that the next couple days. I will keep you all posted on that. If necessary, I will try to make a forecast. But Hurricane Melissa is likely done with its landfalls. There's a slight chance we could see it make a landfall in Bermuda at around Category 1 intensity, but I'd say that's pretty unlikely as of right now. But we're going to try and get to this chest, so it should be... There could be one in here now. Nope, because it rotates every couple minutes. So maybe it's down this hallway. The spider is still... See, I think the chest is... Dude. I know the chest is in there, but... Nothing but sunshine there in Arkansas. That's good. That means the trick-or-treaters will have plenty of sunshine to be out in. You guys got a good amount of rain last week and mainly the week before, when there was that tornado near Caney. Currently Halloween here in Ireland. Happy Halloween, Kevin. Thank you for tuning in, especially being here so late, because it's very late for you. I think Dublin, Ireland is 5 hours ahead of me. Hey Siri, what time is it in Dublin, Ireland? 2:51 a.m. So that is very late. So thank you for being here, Kevin. And once again, for those of you just tuning in, thank you all for supporting me and helping me achieve 1,700 subscribers. We got a spider coming. Haven't made much progress. We're still looking for a chest. We keep dying because these spiders, one of them got stuck in the area where we had a chest. Just listening to music. Nice. I like listening to music, especially just late at night some nights. random nights. I don't even think there was a spider near me. Okay, so we're gonna go in one more time and try to get a chest, but after that, I'm gonna give up on the uranium mine for tonight, and we'll go trick-or-treating. I'll show you all what that looks like. It is gonna be dark, so you'll have to bear with me because the time for the Halloween servers is stuck at 9:30 p.m. Okay, so I'd imagine the chest isn't in this room anymore. And these guys are bringing the spider right towards me. Come on, dude. We don't want that. Okay, gonna run past it. It is catching up to me. And there's no sprint in here, which is... I think that was 3 spiders in that turn. But there's no sprint down here, so that gets annoying. Okay, no spider right there. And it is very dark down here, too. I'm just looking for a room. Okay, that's the entrance. Trying to keep an eye on chat at the same time, especially when it isn't a school night. Yes, definitely. Do you not have school tomorrow for Halloween? I know some people get it off for Halloween. I do not, unfortunately. We should get it off for Halloween. Okay, so let's go down this hallway. Dude, I'm convinced this spider is just gonna be there forever. I don't even know how those guys got in there. So that's our last attempt in there. I'm gonna head over to the neighborhood and show you all some of the trick-or-treating. We'll use our Halloween vehicle. Okay, so we're gonna go to Prior Lake for our trick-or-treating. That's the closest spot. I think you could in Helma, but Prior Lake is a bit more decently populated. So we are heading over. This truck is not normally this wobbly, but with the Halloween skin it is. Why did the hurricane hunters have a Kermit chain in their plane? Yeah. Kermit flew into a famous hurricane. A historic one. Jamaica's worst. And I believe one of, if not the latest, sub 900 millibar surface pressures in history. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that's what the information was. So my driving is just terrible tonight. That's how we like it in Roblox. So we have 165 candies. Let's see how much this house gives us. 2 candies. Okay. So the houses don't give much, but it's a lot easier to get candy from the houses than it is in comparison to something like the uranium mine. It's less challenging. So we have 4 people watching. For those of you just tuning in, please be sure to like the stream. It is completely optional and helps out a lot. Completely free, I should say. Okay, 4 candy. We now have 171. Looks like we're on a pretty good streak right now, because earlier when I was trick-or-treating, hardly any of the houses had buckets to get candy from. You can see that one doesn't. This truck has quick acceleration. That's the back door. Nope. Nothing. Okay, right here we can get some candy. We'll just drive right up. 6 candy from that one. 177. So this is the really slow way to do it, but I will mention the currency that you can buy, the candy, is actually pretty well priced, I would say. Especially considering the difficulty of getting it. Oh my gosh, the microphone keeps making these weird noises when I rub on it. Let's try to fix that. Just a moment, everyone. I know this has been a problem. I've been trying to connect my phone as a microphone, but it will only connect as a camera. That's not quite what I want. Kevin says, Darman just dropped some rich kid's family is entirely AI bots. What the heck happened to the little kid cheating at school and stuff? I don't know, dude, but AI is starting to get really annoying, especially because it's taking over the world. Like, I would say if my teachers didn't use AI to create assignments, I don't use AI to complete the assignments, but I wouldn't need to check my answers before turning it in, because we only get one chance to submit it. So it's getting out of hand, in my opinion. Especially Sora AI, all of those videos. I think something needs to be done about it. Especially all the disgusting videos people were making for clicks and views, faking things about Hurricane Melissa. That was really terrible. That really got on my nerves. It was actually, I'm not an idiot, but it was getting hard to decipher if some of those were true or not. The really detailed ones. Thankfully, I didn't fall for any scams. But I do think something needs to be done about the whole AI thing. It's gotten a bit out of hand. Especially because, like, when it goes down, we are so dependent on it that it's a really big issue, a lot bigger than it should be. And everything is just AI now. If Siri was smart, we could have stuck with Siri, but Siri is not very smart. I'm surprised it knew what time it was in Dublin, Ireland. But once again, for those of you just joining us, we are live we are playing in Roblox Twisted. Live trick-or-treating. This is a video game, and I wish you guys could actually see more of what's going on, because it's just dark outside, because the game has it set to 9:30 p.m. and the time is frozen there. This event is in-game through November 2nd. So let's trick-or-treat. I've already collected candy at this home. Please wait, is what it says in the bottom line. You went straight to the source and found government sites. That is your best bet in any situation like that. But it becomes an issue when you're looking for things like footage or damage reports or any type of updates like that. When it comes to a natural disaster like that. are really hard to find on things like government websites, so I always like being able to use other sites, but things have become really hard to trust. I've already collected candy at this home too. But wow, we have 7 people watching, so for those of you just tuning in, welcome into the live stream. I hope you're all doing well, and thank you for tuning in. We hit 1,700 subscribers tonight, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It is completely optional, but greatly appreciated. They actually had it covered pretty well. Yes, they did. There were actually a lot of things out there. I saw a lot of people out there. Tornado, Paigey, and Bryce were giving a lot of updates, so huge shout out to them. They were very helpful with that. The real issue got to when the hurricane was impacting Cuba. It was very hard to find live cameras and stuff like that because Cuba has very restricted internet from what I've heard. And when we saw the Hurricane Hunters mission needing to do a bunch of circles before they could continue, that was because they likely needed approval to enter Cuban airspace. I'm not 100% sure about that, but that is what I would infer. That's what would make sense to me. So, obviously, because the time is frozen, we're not going to get any storms. The risks still do show up because I bet it would be pretty hard to change that fundamental of an aspect. Especially, it wouldn't be worth it probably for such of a short update. Not sure how to word that. But I'll actually pull up the Storm Prediction Center website because I believe we do have a couple marginal risks in effect the next couple days, so we can just take a look just because. So we actually do have no more marginal risks. I believe we did today, but if it'll load, the SPC website especially, a lot of websites have been slow for me lately, but the Storm Prediction Center website, so you can see today we have a no thunder risk, and Saturday, November 1st, is no severe. But tomorrow we have a no thunderstorms forecast risk. So you can see, click the wrong thing. Today is a no severe, but that general thunderstorm risk for just some nothing severe storms is in effect for portions of New York and New Jersey. Then tomorrow we have no thunder forecast, so we're not expecting to see any thunderstorms anywhere tomorrow, not even sub-severe. Maybe some rain, but I don't believe we're expecting any thunder. So you can see today's outlook, general thunder risk level 0 out of 5 for Long Island, portions of Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York. And then tomorrow, no thunderstorms forecast, so that is good for Halloween. And then Saturday, we've got a general thunder risk for portions of southern Texas, including Corpus Christi. It also does include Galveston and the Houston area, but nothing to really be worried about. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a marginal risk for sometime in the next couple days down the road, just because that's what does happen sometimes. Nothing out of the ordinary, though. Nothing too concerning. But what I think we're going to do is we're going to head down to the Helma uranium mine once again, because the trick-or-treating, sure, it's easier to get candy, but I think it's more of a challenge down at the mine. So that's where we're going to go. Look how wobbly the truck is. That's pretty funny, especially when you turn. It's like jiggling all around. We still have 5 people watching, so thank you to those of you who stuck around, and thank you to everybody for tuning into this stream. I hope everybody has a fun and safe Halloween tomorrow. Can't imagine we'll be live for too much longer here, just because it is getting late. You're not going to be able to play tonight. That's unfortunate. You just saw the Halloween update. Good news though, you can play it after tonight, because I think it's available. I know it's available through November 2nd at, I believe, 4 p.m. Eastern time. So you'll have tomorrow, Saturday, and part of Sunday to play it. And then hopefully 1.22 will be coming pretty soon. It's supposed to be one of the bigger updates in Roblox Twisted history. We've been waiting for it for a while. But that delay means it's probably going to be good. So, we're going to head up to the uranium mine. This thing is hard to control. It is swerving all across the road, you guys. We've got a lot of people in this server, and almost all of them are here at the uranium mine. So, boom. Let's turn here. You can see how it zooms in your camera, because it doesn't want you to be able to see down the hallways too much to see where the spiders are. So we're going to head inside, and we'll do this for a little bit more this stream. So I can tell there's a spider right there. Once again, shout out to the developers, because you guys did pretty well with this update. I enjoy it. It's a fun twist for twisting. Twist for twisted. Get it? I wasn't expecting this from you guys, but I saw the announcement of it yesterday. Maybe it was this morning. And I was honestly looking forward to it. My favorite part is probably the vehicle skins. I like those, they're pretty cool. It gets so bright out here with all the headlights. Like seriously, part of my screen is just completely white. Because all these people have parked their cars. We should check this opening over here for a chest. So, coming up on the left. Nothing in there right now. We need to collect at least one more chest before the stream ends. That's my goal. Maybe even two. But that's a dead end. I see a spider coming, so we'll go down this way. You saw it this morning and you were like, I gotta play. Yeah. Definitely. I already knew what I was doing tonight, because I know it was coming out at 5 p.m. my time. And I was on, and I was playing earlier when it first came out. I was playing with some of my friends. That's the room where the spider was stuck earlier. That was frustrating. There's another room coming up over here, I believe. Okay, there's a chest. Let's see what we get. We got 20 candy. Alright. That's one of the standard prizes. You're used to dying. I'm very used to dying. Even though the update's only been out for 4 hours, I have died a lot. Okay, nothing in this room. Spiders. I think there were 2. Could even be 3. It's always funny, frustrating but funny, when there's 4 people in a chest room and somebody who has a bunch of spiders on them runs in and we all die. I'm gonna try to trick it. Get around. That should have let me live. I was far enough away. Let's get the instant replay on that. So, I'm gonna hide. Go this way, go this way. I feel like some of the spiders are bigger than others, because that one looks huge. Okay, that guy is gone. Keeping an eye on chat. Once again, thank you Tabby Gamer for tuning in, Justin for hanging out, Kevin, South Central Alaska WX. We had Blue Sun, Mr. Storm. So thank you all for being here, and of course silent viewers too. We had a lot of you at one point. We had 9 people watching, I believe. That's a dead end. Kind of getting my bearings a little bit. Dang it, dude. I really thought I could make it around them. It's always when you don't expect that you're going to survive and you just wing it that you make it around them. And so when you try, it's kind of frustrating to not make it. But I'm up to $650,000 in game, and I am saving it. So we've been live for 42 minutes. We'll go for a bit longer. Maybe this weekend, no promises. It wouldn't be tomorrow. Obviously with Halloween I'll be busy. But maybe Saturday, sometime Saturday, we could go live one more time for this update, and we could try the 10 strike corn maze. It sounds a bit more challenging. I think it's a bit darker inside than it is in here. We're going to get away from that spider really quick. No chest. That's a dead end down there. Okay, so it's doing the thing that the other spider did earlier, and I think it's that same guy that keeps getting it stuck on purpose too. Come on. Okay, so we're gonna go for one more time in here. But once again, if you'd like to go above and beyond to support the channel, there's a PayPal in the pinned message that helps me with things like the fees for National Storm Chasers Summit, helps out with paying for things like Radar Scope and Radar Omega, and hopefully some more subscriptions in the future. That is completely optional. Everything that we ask is completely optional, but everything is greatly appreciated. It means a lot more than you would think. Any donations do get a shout out, and typically we do donation boards. There were 2 spiders in there, and I would make the argument that I did not come in contact with that one and it killed me. The first time that I had played this, I was worried that we were going to get spawned all the way back in a town or something every time we die. So it is nice that we do get spawned right outside of the mines. Earlier one time my game froze for a second, and so I lost track of what was going on. And the spider appeared right in front of me. There's a chest. Won't let me collect it. We earned $5,000 from that chest. You can see that in the bottom right. Dead end. I think there's typically 2 chests at once. Maybe it's only 1. I'll be experimenting. So there are 2 chests. But you can see in the bottom how it says you have recently collected a chest. Please wait. So we're going to have to be in here for a minute or 2. And I bet you a spider is going to get dragged in here by somebody. We're going to die. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up on this wall. this guy. Because I don't want to leave and miss out on this chest. You never know. It could be something very good in there. Let's try now. We've recently collected a chest. Please wait. See, that's what it's doing. If I move at all, the spider's going to come for me. Since right now it's closest to those people on the wall, it's focused on them. So I need to get as far away as possible because it's focused on those people up there. Well, now it's focused on the people in the hallway. So that's good. Dude, come on. Okay, he almost brought it in. Still recently collected a chest, so we're just waiting for this. He's gone. Once these guys move, and they're not the closest to the spider anymore, it's over for me. Oh my gosh. That girl brought it right over. Okay, we're gonna go back in and get to that chest. But, once again, like I said, this is a very fun update. Huge shout out to the Twisted devs for working on this. I saw Wilza replying to a lot of questions in the Discord server. Their team always does a great job with making these updates. I'm locked in. Locked in trying to get back to that chest. I'm pretty sure I remember where it was. So we went this way. And it wasn't here. But I always gotta check. Yeah, I think it was down this hallway and to the left. Nope. Not in there. So where could it be? What room could it be in? This is, I was going to say probably, but this is definitely the most time anybody has spent in the Helma uranium mines. Nobody ever goes down here, it feels like. I did seek shelter from a tornado down here once, so that was pretty cool. I swear I was going around that one. But one last time before we end stream, I'm going to check to make sure I did not miss anything important. And then we'll do our outro. So we're going to go over here where it's not too bright. So once again, I would like to thank you all, every single one of you, for tuning into this live stream. I appreciate all of you. And thank you for 1,700 subscribers. That is a big milestone. And we had a goal of hitting it by Halloween, and it happened. So once again, thank you to every single one of you who has supported me along the way. It means a lot. It means the world to me. You guys make my day, and it makes me super happy that I'm able to come on here, and there are people who will watch. So with that being said, that is going to be the end of this live stream. I would like to give a special shout out to Justin R for watching, Tabby Gamer, we had Kevin, South Central Alaska WX, Mr. Storm, and Blue Sun. So once again, thank you to every single one of you. I hope to see you all in the next one. Have a happy and safe Halloween, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.